Hey everybody, I got a pretty cool lock this time. It's this Corbin Russwin. It's a large format. I do have both keys for it, but it operates. That's control, but it's kind of sticky. So I want to get this thing opened up, see how it works, because you don't see many videos of people gutting these because there's so many pieces inside, but something's catching in there and I want to see if I can fix that. So let's get her opened up, get her picked, and then if we get it to control, great. If not, I'll just use a control key to pull it out and then we'll look at it that way. Just want to make it different, a little bit different kind of video, since you don't see these things very often. Alright, so which way did I have to turn to get to control? Alright, so to get to control, you have to pick it counterclockwise, so that's what we'll do. We'll try to pick it counterclockwise so we have a better chance of getting to control. I don't like the way that feels. I know I'm oversetting it, that's why I keep releasing tension. So I think that pick might be too thick for this. So we're going to switch to its little bubby and use the Tron. That was the Matador that I was using, but I'm going to switch to the Tron. So heavy tension, got pin 1 to bind. Feels like pin 3's binding now. I'll click out of 2. Click out of 3. I don't think pin 6 is going to let us get anything out of it, so we'll just leave it alone for now. Alright, so I released tension and dropped something back down that I overset while I was fooling with pin 6, but we did get it out, so great. I'm gonna use this so I can try to keep track of some of this stuff. What do we have? We have a clip. Great. So it's just gonna use the tweezers and just like that. Off comes the clip. And it's locked back up. So let's use the operating key just so we know what's what. I wonder if I can even, I doubt I can, but for science, let's find out. For the sake of learning. Nope, it's not going to let us use the control key to gut it. So that tells us that how that thing works. It means that the only shear line is going to be right here. Well, maybe right here on 1 and 6, and then 2 through 5 would be that. Just kind of what I get from looking at this key. If you look at it there, it looks like the cuts on 6 and 1 are the same. So, cool. Learn something new every day. operating key. Oh, it would help if we had the right follower. Alright, so you see there, we didn't have to pick 6 very much, just a little bumpity bump, and that's all she takes. I'm going to turn it around so if need be we can put the springs in up here. Well, it'd help if we were putting them in the right spot. That could make for a disaster trying to get this thing back together. It's 3, 4, 5, 6. All standard key pins. There's nothing in the plug, so alright, here we go with the fun stuff. I'm gonna grab my bigger tweezers, and so we just have one standard pin, and one pin number 2. Oh great, pin number 2 was stuck in there. Spring didn't come out with it. Alright, so we have that is first. And then we have a little wafer or driver pin, and then we have that and another little wafer. Alright, so it's getting a little wonky there, because this part now is loose and wants to come out. So we're just going to go to the back and try to get 6 out first, and 6 is the only pin in there, or only has 1 pin, and 5 has a small pin, and then an even smaller little wafer. So that's pretty cool. And as we suspected, it is only on 2 through 5 on those chambers is what actuates this control lug here. So if we take that out, we can see that's pretty cool. That it just rides in there. Oh, lost a spring. And it just rides along those channels there. It's pretty cool. And then if we take this and let's put these back in there. We'll go ahead and put 1 and 6 back in there just because, but if we use the control key, it lines those two up to the shear, and I don't think that that one's going to be the first pin in there. Yep. So I was right. It is these longer pins. Just kind of thinking that it looked like number 3 was sitting in there kind of low, but it actually does look like it's a little bit low, which might be why we have that click. But you can see that is exactly how it works, so that's pretty cool. And then it just has these small little driver pins to keep it from rotating whenever you don't have when you aren't using the control key. Well, not that one, but you can probably figure that out when I'm putting it back together. But there you have it. That is the Corbin Russwin LFIC, or large format interchangeable core, picked and gutted, and a little overview of how this thing works. So I guess to pick it to control, you would have to pick it counterclockwise, which is good to know, and it might help somebody out in the future. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.